Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Kirkland KaY, running Fluellen. I'm here with my boy, you know who, and we're here for another episode of, or another
You
segment.
ain't got no choice. What happened?
Yeah, no choice.
You
Another
ain't got
segment.
no choice.
Another segment. Yeah.
It's another segment, you know what I mean? So I'm just, we're breaking this down for y'all. All right? I'm putting the shoulders in this. All right? So you see my shoulders moving back and forth. I want y'all to see that. All right, so what we got? Where we going with? Tell me what we're going with. Tommy, talk to me. Talk to me. Look, Tony. Tony, talk to me. What do we got? Talk to me. Hurry up, talk to me.
Oh my God.
Talk to me now.
So, today's topic is why, man, who wrote this sentence? Why being good at business doesn't mean people will like you.
Okay, that is very true. That is very true.
It is.
All right. Listen, I would say to y'all, anybody out there who's trying to start a business, trying to build something and actually sustain it, there's a lot of people out there where they're great web designers. Great. I mean, phenomenal. There's people out there who are great coaches. There's people out there who just, they're just phenomenal at everything that they do. And it's hard for them to find a client. You know why? Because nobody likes them. Now, what would you say the reason? I'll tell you the reasons why people wouldn't like me. And I'll let you go first. Why do you think people wouldn't like you? If they were like doing business with you, what would be the reasons?
They see me a specific kind of way, and once they realize that I don't operate within how they see me, it angers them. And so what happens is that anything I have to say afterwards becomes irrelevant. So it's, when you see certain people, you might see like, okay, this person's talented. Okay, this person looks very smart. They know how to handle business. Some people are like, okay, this person looks street smart. I don't think people look at me and think that I'm smart business-wise. I think that they probably see me and look at me as someone who's very talented, and I'm someone that they can utilize to be able to make a lot of money off of. But once they see that I'm actually business savvy, that's when everything goes downhill. That's when they don't like me as much. Like, they'd rather me be the guy who has cool ideas that they can vibe off of and make money off of. They don't want me to actually be the guy who actually can have a real conversation with them. So when it comes down to it, I think that what happens is that, like I said, no one likes to be around someone who they feel as though is a know-it-all, even if they do actually know it all. And what I mean by that is in the area of expertise that you're working at. So when you have someone who is talented and actually knows the business side of things, and that person might only be good at one thing, it's going to make them feel some kind of way. So with me personally, that has always been the situations with me. So I know that people don't like me because of it,
I know people don't like me because it's in the title of the show, this segment. It's called You Ain't Got No Choice. And that's one of the things that I don't give people. Now I know I know that when people come to me, you're not coming to me for me to, for us to work together. You're coming to me because you've tried everything on your own, and where you're trying to go in your life requires a new version of yourself. It's not the version that you showed up with. And sometimes, because that's the thing, people don't want to change. People just feel like, listen, man, I'm good, everybody used to do business with me, they like me the way I am, so I'm good, man, I could roll like this. It's like, nah, you can't roll in a board meeting with a wife beater on. It's like, it's not going to work. It's like, now if you're rich, maybe, that's a hard maybe, but it's a maybe, but
it's okay.
Yeah, I guess it's a hard maybe. It's a hard, because, it's hard. It's hard. But I would say that's the reason, is really because I honestly, if you work with me, that's just one of the things I just don't do. You know what I mean? It's like, listen, either going to do it the way I see it, or you can go find somebody else. And it's really just because of the fact that when I actually talk to people, I actually take a lot of time to get to know them and learn them and understand who they are, and also understand what they, what their gifts are, what their abilities is, and stuff like that. So it's like, once I see a person, I can really organize everything that they gotta do in a short period of time, and then be like, okay, let's go. But a lot of times people don't want that. They want the whole, oh man, we could do this together. It's like, nah, talking to you is gonna slow me down because you're gonna be having feelings and you're gonna be mad because, you didn't see it like this, and you don't want all of this, and this is too much for you, and I don't deserve this. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we always want less for ourselves because of how we feel about ourselves. I'm gonna say that one more time. We always want less for ourselves because of how we feel about ourselves, but that is not what we deserve. You deserve, when somebody says you deserve the world, truthfully, you do. You just have to understand that what you have inside of you is not, an average thing. But if you waste that gift that, that was given to you when you were born, you're not operating at your fullest potential. You know what I mean? How you nod like you like, yeah. It's a yeah. I get a yeah on that.
Listen, man. Some people they just cheeseburgers and fries.
They are. They are, and you know what? That's fine. That's okay. If you're cool with that, then that's fine. You understand what I'm saying? Let me ask you a question, because me and you've been working together for a while. What do you think the reasons people don't like you?
Reason that people don't like you?
Yeah. Because I'm what?
You don't give them a choice.
Okay. Yeah.
Like people, it's hard for people to look in the mirror and accept their own faults. That's the biggest reason why people just end up not liking me. Like they end up working with me because they see me a specific way. It's like they want me to be just that way. And what happens is when they realize that I'm actually the full spectrum of what needs to be taken care of, it forces them to look at themselves. So when people are forced, when people come to you, it's like, once they realize that you take care of everything, it forces them after a while to realize, like, man, I could have never done any of this. And that's why they, and like I said, they have to fight against it a little bit, because like they don't want to feel like they're like they don't stand a chance, like ever, like at all. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel you, and I think it's not that you don't stand a chance in life.
Let me continue. Like when me and you working together, I knew that because people they just don't like me. Like people only like me. Let me clarify this. They only like me when I'm playing the role that they feel like I need to be. So if they feel
i.e. performing, entertaining. What we're doing right now. Okay, sorry. But go ahead.
So it's like I'd rather handle business on the back end.
Right.
Like people don't need to see how I handle business.
No.
I know that if I was working with you, I would need someone that would be the face person. And what I would do is I would just do the creative stuff and perform this and third. Because remember, like how we spoke a couple weeks ago, that's how energy works.
Yeah.
The thing that most people don't accept when they come to you is their weaknesses. Like they're willing to let you do everything until they want to go do something themselves. Because what I've noticed is that you offer hope to people. You give them hope. They start believing in themselves. They want to do certain things, and then you tell them that's not really within your emotional budget. Like you can't do this. And that's when it becomes a little bit of an issue. They're like, oh well. It's like, listen, you hired me because I know that, you need this, that, and the third. And I know this because I took the time to really get to know who you are, and that's just what it is, So like for me, I'm more accepting of that than anything else. Because like I said, I've tried it all the other ways. And it's like, despite me knowing what I know, because people just won't accept it, because they're low key just hate. That's really all, just hate. You know what I mean? Because they refuse to look in the mirror themselves. Because I'm okay with accepting that, that's why we work good together. Because on the front end, there's certain things that you can't do. That's where I come in. And on the back end, there's certain things that you can't do. That's where I do. Right. I mean, other people aren't willing to accept that. That's part of the reason why I think that people end up just not liking it eventually.
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing too. Is like everybody has a weakness. Everybody has a weakness. You can't, the
Achilles heel.
Everybody's gonna have it. Even Achilles had the Achilles heel. But so it's just to go to show you that like you can be really good at what you do, but you just have to understand like, okay, what is it that, okay, what are my weaknesses? What are the things that like I struggle with? Okay, now I'm hiring this person to help me with these things because these are things that I'll just never, it's like what I said in most of the videos, accept who you are and what you'll never be. It's really because once you do that, you start seeing the areas of where you need help in. And then once you see all those areas that you need help in, then you can make your dream come to reality. But if you're like, if you don't look at that and you feel like, okay, I can do everything myself, nah. I'm gonna tell you, I have done, like, to me, being even before me and Kirk met, before we met, like, I've done a lot of things that none of it I've done by myself. I had to build a team and get people together and, understand, okay, I need a camera person, I need this, I need that. Like, I never done anything by myself. It's just that you have to, as you start progressing in your career and whatever you do, you just have to know that, okay, these are areas where I'm actually like, I'm probably gonna struggle with, you know what I mean? And that's just really it. I think, but the last thing I'm gonna say before I roll out is to let you guys know this. If people don't like you, or they don't like something about you or how you handle things, take the time, look at, why. What is it about the situation that they may not like or about you that they may not like? And see if you can do something about it. If you can't, don't worry about it.
I think you should add this in there too. There are signs that will let you know if people do not like you. Because some people, I'm not gonna lie to you, are just oblivious. They just won't see it. So, Mark, I think you should go into that as to what the signs are that people can look out for to know whether they're liked or not. Because some people think that, listen, man, we've met them, it. We've met these people where they just feel like everyone likes them. It's like, that's not real. That's not true. Everyone has a hater somewhere if you're actually trying to do something with yourself. So please point out the signs to the people who are just oblivious and delusional.
All right. So if people don't like you, these are the signs you know someone doesn't like you. They question everything that you do. That's number one. Number two, everything is about your credibility. You start having to go through a spiel of proving yourself. Another thing is when you know that people don't like you, is that they'll make smart comments about, oh, well, I could do this or I could do that. Instead of saying positive things such as, oh, wow, that's really good. That's really cool. That's really cool. That's amazing. When you see that people are making more negative comments, whether it's in small or big ways, or if they are around you and they just feel like you're just an idiot. Like you obviously know it because you've had people where they felt like you just didn't know anything and they just assumed that you were just like oblivious to everything.
And the moment I proved them wrong, they got
mad. They got mad. It was rough.
I'm gonna say hostile to the point like they almost wanted to fight me. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, it was rough. And that's the thing you have to look at when people don't like you, because you know, once you understand, like we've been on meetings, we've done, you know, met with different types of people. Everybody that you work with or everybody you want as a client, and trust me, the money does not matter. I've literally had people be like, yo, I want to pay you any amount of money, it doesn't matter. Honestly, it's not worth it. And sometimes you're just not going to like a person. I can tell you right now, like, there's people where I will not work with you because I really just don't got a good feeling about you. And it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel like a good relationship, because it's a relationship, right? Whether whether it's in business or whether it's personal, whatever, that's going to be a 6-month commitment that you're making. All right. That's going to be however long you work with that person. It's going to be a long period of time you're working with one person. It's not worth it. When you're stuck in a situation where, you know, you're pulling teeth, you're fighting them. No. Now, it's okay if you know people are working through things and they're struggling with it and they're open about their struggle with you. That's different. But not when people are resistant all the way through. Because now what that does is it wastes your time. And then at the end of it, they're going to say these exact words. Oh, I don't see what I got out of this. They didn't see it because they was never going to see it.
They never wanted to. They didn't want to see it. It was in front of their face. They didn't want to see it.
Yes.
Don't waste your time.
Yes. Don't waste your time.
It's horrible. That really is how it moves, though. Like, we're dropping jewels on y'all so that y'all don't have to go through these things.
Yeah, don't go through it. Don't go through it. So, like I said, if you don't like the person you work with, you just like, I don't got a good vibe from them. Listen, I'll tell you one of my rules. I don't, people be like, oh, that money back guarantee or whatever like that. Listen, you got my time, meaning you are using my time right now, which means you need to pay me. Okay? I don't do refunds. You can cancel the service at any point in time if you feel like it's not a good fit for you. But I don't do refunds. You know why? Because at the end of the day, I know I'm in this with you. I know once I start working, I'm working with you. I know that it's me and you working on this together. If this doesn't work, it's your fault. And that is what I'm going to end with. Because at the end of the day, no matter how you slice it, and even if y'all want to work with me in the future, just remember at the end of the day, you ain't got no choice. I'll talk to y'all guys later. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Peace.